Hey, so this trick is a really cool trick, and basically what you really need is you need the 2, 5, 7, and 9 of diamonds, 2, 5, 7, and 9 of hearts. So when you're going through the deck finding them, I'll give you a little bit of time, so pause the screen if you need to right now to get those cards out. Okay, so you need to go through and you need to pull out all of the other diamonds except for the 2, 5, 7, and 9. And what you're going to do is take them and place them on the top of the deck. So that way, as you're shuffling, it's not going to mix up anything between the cards that you're going to have right here. So the setup is pretty simple. You need to start off the trick, place them all in that order. So 9, 7, 5, and 2. And then take the deck, take one card off of it, place them all right there, and put that down. So as you're dealing them out, you're placing them in 9, 7, 5, 2 in that order, which is the specific order that you're going to need when I explain that later on in this trick. Then with the 8 or with the hearts, you're going to take these hearts and place them on the top like so. So that way, as you're putting them down like that, yeah, that's 4 cards. Then you've got the 2, 5, 7, and 9, just like the other ones are going to be. So let me get to about the point where it's going to need a little bit more explaining. So how you start off the trick is you just go, all right, so I've got my 4 selected predictions, and I'm just going to set them over here. And now I'm going to shuffle the deck, which you really only need to shuffle once, but just to make sure they don't think of anything suspicious, you just want to shuffle it twice. And basically what that's doing is you're taking them and you're putting them all down. Well, first, you're going to need to say, oh, we're looking for spot cards and not court cards, which court cards are obviously these cards, and spot cards are number cards. Aces work too, but we're not using an ace right now, so we're looking for the suit diamonds, and we're looking for the spot cards. The first spot cards that you see, which would be 9, 7, 5, and then you keep going, and then you pull out the 2, and then you're going to stop right there. Now, in the rest of the deck, you're going to eventually find that the rest of the diamonds are spread out near the top, which you don't need to worry about them, so what you're going to do is take this deck and set it off to the side where you don't need it, and you can just say forget about it and be done with it. So then these cards are in 9, 7, 5, 2 in the backwards way, or 2, 5, 7, 9. And you're going to take them and say, okay, I'm going to give them a little bit of shuffle. You can do that however you want. You just need to make sure that they end up in 2, 5, 7, and 9. Which what you can do is you can be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's back like that. But to make it a little more in detail, you can go 1, 2, and then take off the 2 from the bottom like that, and then put the 5 down here. So then it's 2, 7, 9, 5. Place that 5 on the top, and then take that 9 and the 7, and then put them in that order, or like that. So that way it's 2, 5, 7, 9. And then you don't show them any of the cards. You just tell them, choose one card. So before I get into that, these cards are already in, or should be in, the 2, 5, 7, 9, which these ones aren't, so that would have messed up the trick. So I'm going to take these cards and just keep them face down like that, and I'm going to say, alright, the spectator is going to choose a card, and the spectator will choose, let's say, this one. So you're going to show them this card, which in this case is the 5 of diamonds, and you're going to place their card right there. Now, you know the 5 of diamonds is right there, which is the second card looking like that. So you're just going to try to control that one to the top, which you can just do a little shuffle like that, which the top card would be the 5 of hearts, and the rest would be 2, 7, 9. So that way, it's like if you just put that 2 right down there, it's 2, 9, 7, and it may get a little bit mixed up, but you really just kind of want it in that order. So this time I messed up, but try not to do that, because that'll mess up the whole trick. So I'm going to put that back how it was, and then you don't show them the card, you don't look at it. You're supposed to know which card it is, and you place it right there. Now, you know that the other one should be 9, 7, and 2. So you take these cards and you go 1, 2, 3. You can do 1, 2, 3 backwards, so it's still in the same order, or 1, 2, 3, and then it's in 7, 9, 2, and then place that 2 on the bottom, and then you say, all right, choose another card. Let's say they choose the top card just because they want to, and they would think that it would mess up the whole trick. Well, it doesn't. So the top card should be the 9 of diamonds, and place it there. The next card should be 7, 2 in that order. And then you take your cards, which the top card is the 2, and you can kind of just place that on the bottom if you want to, or you can just kind of do whatever you want to make that card back on the top, whatever. And then you place that card right there, hoping that you've got this right without looking at the cards or anything. Place the deck or the last 2 cards there, and you're like, okay, so there's no need for me to really just shuffle this again. So I'm just going to ask you to choose another card. So they choose, let's say, the 7, which is the top one, or the 2, which is the bottom one. Let's say they choose the 2. So you place the 2 right there, and then you just place the 7 one right there. And basically what you're just going to do, since this one should be the 7, and this one should be the 2, you place the 2 right on top of their 2, and then the 7 right on top of theirs. And then you say, okay, if this has worked, you should have matched me up, and I should have helped by putting my prediction cards with yours, finding the soulmates to the cards, which are just since we chose diamonds, would be the heart suit, and they would all be the same number. So, as an example, since you chose the 5 of diamonds, I should have matched you up with the 5 of hearts. That is what one looks like. Now, you may be thinking, oh, that's just a coincidence. Well, let's take a look at the others. All right, so we've got the 9 of diamonds and the 9 of hearts, and then the 9 of diamonds and the 2 of diamonds and the 2 of hearts, and then the 7 of diamonds and the 7 of hearts. Now, you can really just shuffle however you want. It doesn't matter. And as long as you get them in that one order, this will all work out perfectly. So watch the video as many times as you need. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.